Well, hello everyone. Let's play chess games. I will wait for your challenges. We can even play here Bishop's Rondo. What do you think? Let's see with whom we can play today. Okay, we finally found a player. I would like to go c5 there. I will try to play d5. If I take, he would have very good pawn structure, so I don't need it. After he takes, I will kick his knight from e3 square. Okay, that's trade. Let's bring the rook and try to attack on this pawn on g2. I can castle here. My pawn is hanging. Let's first defend that. Maybe with a queen, because I will try to create something there. Okay, I would like to take this pawn, attack his rook, but now he's threatening mate. Let's defend. Okay, let's take a3. His rook is under attack, and we will castle there. Or not. We can't, right? What if king h7? And don't know. I would like to attack this pawn on f2. That's a pin. Even queen c2 could be moved there. Well, not bad. Let's play one more game. let's play Fischer random. We played good game here. Okay, how can I bring this forward? e4? That's a really huge help for your creativity. That becomes very tricky here. Okay, let's trade. And what if we now have this good pawn structure, and even that's very nice actually for me. I have to go there right, bishop h2 to attack on his queen, and then I will bring the rook over here. And now bishop h2 will pin this. Okay, let's trade, not problem. Bishop h2 can still work here. Okay, he's bringing huge attack. I don't wanna escape, and this can be moved. I am slowly developing my pieces. His knight is under attack. Okay, a really good move. This b2 is actually hanging. If he takes, don't know, maybe f3, because this e4 pawn is also hanging. I think he's not threatening anything here, right? Ah, okay. See, really good idea here. Let's play one more game. What if b5? Let's trade the bishops. And knight d6 is also a move. How can I create some attacking ideas here? This is a move, right? Because I centralized the rooks, I will try to push pawns forward. I don't think I need that trade, because that will open his rook on b file. And I will prepare for this e6 d5, or maybe I could even try for d5, yes, because in that position he has to take. Let's go back to save the knight. Trade and d5, yes, to block the queen. If he takes en passant, the rook will be active on d6. Okay, that's a pin. I will bring another rook in the game. That should be okay here. g6 to trade the bishops, because his bishop is doing great job in this diagonal. Let's trade. We can also trade the rooks. So I don't think that won't help me. Knight c6 can be a little bit threat because after this trade even he could take with a pawn. That should be okay, so let's not let him do that. Now I have overprotection on this c6 square. And now he can't jump. But maybe he's trying to do that. I'm not sure. Let's activate the knights. He's maybe preparing for a6 to kick the knight from b7 square. Okay, which he doing? Is this a move? Not a problem, let's go back. a7 is hanging, but after that I will take this pawn on b5. He's trying to mate. That shouldn't be mate. But if I take, he would take the knight. So I have to keep that b7 square under control, so he can't jump with a queen. I think I have to trade because now I could go forward. Like I'm trying to protect this knight, but that's actually gonna hang. Okay, take, I'm gonna resign. I blundered the knight, which probably isn't the best move. Okay. Let's play standard chess because I played Fischer's random. My rating is a little bit hurt and I played that Fischer random. But also that's very nice game, you know? That's create the memorize and creativity. Let's take e-pawn, and now my bishop is active here. Let's go h6, so we won't trade on this diagonal. Knight b4 is a move. Okay, he's protecting about that. Let's push this forward and d4 maybe. I don't know, let's bring the rook. What if rook c8 and bishop c6 here? Is this a problem or not? No, not yet, but I will try to create some threats there. Why not? But I like to bring my bishop on this really good diagonal. I will try to open with d4 and create some threats on his king side. Okay, very nice position as black. We can take the knight and win a pawn here. But d4 is just bulldozing his position. He can't take it back even with a knight because he would be down a piece there. So his pawn on e3 is under attack, the knight is under attack, he goes back. And if he takes, I will take with a bishop and he will lose the rook. Very nice game. If he not take, that should be under attack. Okay, he's sacrificing the bishop. I forgot that this is open. Hello, bro. Okay, find me on chess.com and send challenge. Okay, here queen trade. If you send challenge, tell me in the comments. and we will see it maybe don't send. Yes, maybe because of chess.com. I will wait for your challenge. You can even say me in the comments your username. I will find you too. That's not a problem. Okay, let's start 1 minute. After 1 minute. Okay, let's play. I will try to play Varna Gambit here. After he takes, knight f3 can be a move, also to protect queen check from h4. And we should be okay in this position. I will try d4 because take this side pawn isn't that good for him. Now I will bring the pawn here, and now I have very good connection pawns, and also which hitting the center. Let's take this pawn, bring the bishop on c4 and castle, because his f7 will be a little bit under attack. He has to play fast, bring the knight or even queen, and long castle, even a move that he can play. That's a little bit aggressive style, but that's not a problem in this opening. Okay, sorry, my voice has gone. I didn't even understand how that can. I don't know, let's take or not. Yes, over attack on that square, so that should be right move. Let's protect this f2 square and attack on this 7th rank. This d7 is under attack, and if I take this pawn on a7 and d6 under huge attack, I think I will take that all. Yes, that should be right idea, because now I can't. That's a little bit hard when you are trying to bulldozing his position and he has two rooks, because whenever I want to play, he will defend that position anyway. Okay, he's not trading, which is really good by him. Let's see if can we go rook a8 or not. Galvinesh, we will play after this game. I will explain you that game, okay? We will try to analyze your game, and I think that will be helpful to improve your chess. Let's trade, because that will be under attack. If rook a8, d6, and that will be open protector. But the thing that I like about this, now rook a8, and I will get this 8th rank. I will try to check and try to take some pawns over here. Even the pawns, if I go forward, that should be ideal, right? The bad thing is that he can push this pawn forward. If I try to create some fast attack here, maybe that's just can't be. This pawn on f2 is under attack. I think I can defend that, right? So let's try to attack over here. I'm threatening h5 check, and his position is very weak. Yes, also I lost the pawn, but that's not a problem, because if I try to activate my position like this and trade the rooks, his all 7th rank pawn will gonna drop here. Okay, thank you. I think that's all. Now he lost the pawn here, and rook b2 is a very bad move. That's losing the pawns, but our time is a very low, I will say. Let's play fast game here. Rook e8 would have been better. Yes, that also could be better. I understand what are you saying, but this this winning a pawn, and that still should be okay position for me, because I'm up 2 pawns, and even position like that, you don't think I don't think you need to think hard, because anyone can blunder, and he's playing so slow, he's wasting so much time on it. Okay, that's why he resigned. Okay, I will wait for your challenges. Send me challenge. Kavinesh, you are trying to send me challenge, okay? I will wait for your challenge. And can you see my stream? I will explain you from that. Let's play d4. Okay, and c4 to bring this on the center. I will play Catalan defense. Yes, very nice. And g3 to bring this bishop on g2. I will sacrifice this. Ah, thank you, bro. You too. You didn't play bad. Just, I think the only way that you can improve your chess, think hard, okay? And learn endgames. You played very good actually, that opening and middle game. just endgames is a little bit big for you. If you improve that, you should be 1000 rating, why not? Okay, now we have this complex position. That's the trade, and we don't need actually to take this rook because I will bring my queen on that e-file. So let's bring this bishop out and try to connect the rooks maybe after trade. That should be okay, yes? Let's see how he gonna respond this. Okay, very good move to attack on this pawn. I can push it forward or send a friend request if you want to play with me. Okay. I'm much worse for in terms. What's your chesscom ID? Write in the comments. I will play with you too. Okay, and now let's bring queen on d2, and now we can trade the rooks. Rook a1 can be a move, and that should be open file for me. And GG, why not? Okay, I have you in my friends list. I will play next game with you. Okay. Let's see what can I do here. And wait for challenge, which I will send after this game, okay? sorry, my Wi-Fi isn't in a good mood, so it is going another way. That's because somehow I'm not speaking. He can't trap my queen, right? Lion Wolf, do you wanna play or not? I sent you a challenge, but I thought you aren't indicating. This is hanging. Okay, he's protecting that. Very good move. Let's trade. My queen will be under attack. No, I haven't fit a rating yet, but if I play 3 or 4 real tournaments, I will have, and the rating that I will get, that's about 2000. Okay, I think that's not much, but I will try to improve that. I am winning players when they have 2100 rating. Okay, not problem. Okay, bro. My internet isn't in that very good, like yours. I am understand you so well. Don't worry about that. Be ready and send me challenge after this. Okay? We are not up something here. I will try to get the 7th rank, and that still should be okay. Yes. What are you thinking? This a7 will be hang, and that can be a little bit hard position for defend. Okay, let's do it. I don't think Queen h5 is threatening anything, so let's try to go forward. Okay, this is hang. I will try to take this pawns on queen side, and that should be GG. Okay, not a problem. But the only problem is that c2 is under attack. There is a golden rule: if you can't defend, attack. That's the chess golden rule. So that pawns will gonna drop, but not a huge problem. Okay, after that game which I will play Lion Wolf, I will play a rematch with you, okay? His pawn can be very active there. How can I defend? I would like to trade the pawns because his pawn on d4 is in a very active position, and d3, okay, which I thought. Our time is low. But anyway, that's a drawn position because now I'm gonna take that pawn. You can't defend it somehow. I know my time. My time is running so fast. Like I'm starting the game with 1 minute. I think that's like it. Okay, that's okay. He won't accept, I'm sure. Only 1% players are accepting. And because the rating won't be higher for him, that's why he won't accept that draw. But somehow I am offering the draw when I'm seeing their time is a loader. Okay, that's a check. I'm still fighting here. Okay, I lost. I'm waiting for challenges. Okay, Lion Wolf, I'm sending you a challenge. Well, let's start to play. Are you gonna accept or your internet is lagging? I'm not sure, let's wait 1 minute and start new game. Okay, Kavinash, let's play rematch with you until we will see. I refreshed. Okay, I sent you a game. I waited about 1 minute and started new one. Okay, I'm really sorry about that. I think that should be okay, right? Now I have this really good diagonal. Knight back, because I don't wanna go bishop back, because that's doing great job. And because that's under attack. Yes, really. Yes, I will wait. Just be sure everything is okay before that, right? Okay, let's kick this bishop because he has really good attack on this e7. And now that's defended. He's up a pawn here, but his bishop is still blocked. He needs to activate that, and I need to bring this file here. After this he will take, that will be trade because rook b8 and b2 will drop after that. I don't need even take because after he will take, I will take with a knight, kick his queen, and that should be nice position for me. Can I sacrifice? I think not yet. Let's bring this rook on e-file. Let's get this trade because that was under attack. Not I want to take. Let's push that forward because he would bring his knight and his knight would do great job here. Okay, another attack, and the trick can be really good move. Even I can bring that bishop over there. If not, just b5, b4, and if he takes, that should be a mistake. I don't think he would take, but let's do that. The only thing was I afraid that bishop f1, that's I have to protect that, right? But his bishop was doing a good job in this line, which somehow I'm happy to trade. What should I do? Even before and try to break this queen side. That should be the right idea over here. So my bishop is under attack, yes? We will trade. Okay, let's go. Before anyway. Okay, can this c4 be under attack or not? I don't know. Okay, he saw that. That's a really hard position here. Okay, let's bring this forward. And then these files are closed, so I would like to bring my pieces there. is offering trade, which I'm not gonna accept because I'm down 2 pounds. And here 3, but I think I'm gonna bring this back. The rook and bishop is under attack. You can't even protect with rook a3 here. I have to keep this on that line because that should be made from here. I won't let him do that. Let's take this. Our time is very low, you know? Very good move actually. Okay, that's very bad, I will say. Okay, let's resign this. Please wait a minute, I will return, okay? Get some break, just 1 minute. Yes, you can. And now let's bring this bishop on h3. He will go back. Okay, he's not trying to go back. Only forward, yes. The rook is under attack. Okay, he goes back, so we haven't another move than take. So let's do that. And actually, this d file is open. So let's bring pieces here. His bishop is very active, so because I have to be fast, let's bring the rook here, and I have to attack. His bishop was very active and my rook wasn't doing anything there, so that's not a problem that I lost. Knight c3 can be moved and the rook. Okay, another check, but that's not rescuing him. The rooks is gonna drop. Okay, we returned our piece. Let's go forward and be sure that we won't lose the material here. And that's still okay. I will try to bring these my pawns on the forward. I don't have to trade, so let's attack on this rook. He would try to check and take a7 pawn after he protects his rook. So let's think about that. That's the only move. g6 he would take with a check, and still he won't. That's not a problem. I won't push it forward. First I would like to bring this c2 and I will go f6. Okay, what I missed. Okay, send you challenge. Yeah, I'm sending you challenge here. Kavenesh. GG. Okay, you played very well actually. Today I'm in a little bit hurry. That's why I'm not a little bit playing so complex games, but anyway you played very well. You should be a little bit higher than 1200. Let's develop this bishop on c4 and then castle. I would have very good rook over here. And what should I do? d3 to protect this all and activate the bishop, yes? That should be the right idea. Even e3 can happen, but bishop e3, knight g4, so let's protect this g4 square first. I'm threatening to take h6 because after take, the knight won't defend from that pawn. I will be pawn up after that. Okay, took with a rook and not blunder that his pawns would be double here. Maybe some players would thought that I will be active for rook, but even this after some trading endgames that won't work in that position. b5 can happen. I'm trying to bring c5. I can jump with a bishop or with a knight, I'm not still sure. Okay, very good move, he protects that. Rook d1 is a move, yes. And what if before? Before just some trade, his bishop, I will try to take, his knight with my bishop. And his position will be ruined, maybe after that. Let's go b3, I don't care if he goes b5, because this c5 will be hang anyway. So he blocks his bishop. And c5, that's don't give him something, because he blocks his bishop. And what can now he try to do? Anyway, I will try d4 to break this center. Rook d8 is a move. Even I can take with my bishop on c5, because after he will take it back, I will take exchange from here. Two figures are very strong than the rook, but I'm still taking another 2 pawns over here. So let's take, and that's the idea or not? Not yet, because this pawn on e4 will be hang after that. Let's not let him do that. Also that should be pinned, so I get out from here. This d4 still not work, because he has our protecting that square. How can I protect? I think I still can't. Let's play simple. Because our time is very low, I don't need to some hard thing here. Just try to not lose. Somehow you need to just do that. d4, e4 will be hang. So let's get some squares over here. Try a4, a5. Okay, he's blocking this position. Let's protect this, and rook f1 can be moved. Because this f5 is open and f7 pawn isn't protected that well. This pawn is hanging, but I'm not sure he can take. That should be pin over here. That could be very risky move, I would say. His time is very low, that's why he blundered. Okay, he didn't look, so he could lose the knight here. But his knight is unprotected, so he will lose anyway. He was just accurate, but because of some hard thinking, that's been really hard for him to play. and he plundered. Okay, I was trying to mate with g5. This should be mate, right? Okay, very well played. Let's play rematch. This should be mate, right? Let's play e6 French game. Okay, he's simplifying the position. Even in that position, e5 could be moved. That's a little bit closed. If you are love to play closed positions, that should be okay. Now I have castle here, right? Trade f5, or even if not trade, f5 can be moved there anyway. I'm afraid of this weakness of g5 because he could bring some figures and continue some positional play, which couldn't be good for me. And now I can bring my queen on f6 easily, because this g5 is protected. I don't have to trade, because he would jump with his knight and then take my bishop from d6. My bishop is doing great job here, if not somehow. That will be in after these trades. And this pawn is under attack, so let's defend. It's still okay, yes? I will bring my bishop and try to attack on this d4 pawn, because that's not very well protected. Okay, that should be mistake or inaccuracy, I don't know, because after this trade a file is open. The bishop on e3 is really good protecting that, so let's go b5, because I'm trying to do something on kingside. I don't need to have that some attacks for him on queenside. Okay, we have a problem, let's trade, and after that h3 will be hung, because I can take, that should be king. I have to take or not? I think not, because his queen is on this active square, I would say. Let's check and take his bishop on d2. I will try to even bring my rook on f1. Okay, now I still can't, but what should I do? Let's protect. I'm expecting queen g3, and after that I will try to trade here. Even this is a move. f2, g2 is under attack. I'm trying to weakening his position. Okay, I have to go back. That should be the only move that will protect my position. Because queen g5 won't work, I would lose my rook over here. And that's still okay. Write in the comments, is my voice okay or not? Maybe that's so low, I don't know. Say me about that. Okay, he's trying to continue his attack. I will go back and try to defend this all. Okay, that's with a check. Okay, he returned his figure, and now I think I need to just defend in this position. My time is also low, you know? Can I try to check what it will give to me? Okay, let's try to take this central pawns. B2 is under attack. I'm happy to see his queen on the back. Okay, he's losing it. Okay, so close to lose his rook, but c5 pawn is a hero of the day. I will take that hero. I'm trying to took his rook, but he's going squares, that the rook is really nicely defended. Let's push this pawn. Okay, first let's not go under the queen. And waiting until he will mistake some moves. Okay, really tricky, mate. What are you thinking? Yes? That was a really tricky. He could try to win me on time because my time was so low even when I am doing some checks, and my position was very good at that time. Okay, very complex games and also very good end games, right? I said about that when I was trying to trick him somehow. He has very good immune system for this Vienna Gambit. I think only he won't gonna lose after 10 moves in my subscribers, because that's very hard to think in this position, because they are very tricky, and even hard thinking somehow won't help you. Just you need to know how to play this gambit. Well, I will try b2 and my bishop will be so good there. Also after that d4 can happen. Really good move, I thought he would do that, because after some trade his bishop would be on d4 and I couldn't get my bishop on b2 instead. I'm trying to create some open attack. This should be good, right? f7 is hanging. I will pressure it with my queen 2. Queen h5 may be a move. Yes. This f7 is still not hanging, but I will try to bring another rook in the game. I don't know, because this bishop can jump on that g7 square anyway. Okay, which is goes for it. Now my bishop can't be active like some last moves after this. Okay, not a problem. This is still not hanging. Rook f4. And the only way to defend, rook f8 probably. No, let's still go back and defend this knight, because after some trades, that should be good for him, I don't know. Let's play this aggressive move, because bishop e6, I will trade this, if even not a trade, this pawn on f7 will gonna drop. We took the pawn. Okay, tonight. But he's losing material because I'm attacking his queen, and that's also defended. Maybe he missed that. That's well defended, right? And even I don't think I need to take. Okay, he plundered his queen, which and he missed somehow. Just if he plundered his bishop and move his queen f6, I could go and try to mate. That should be Zugzwang there. Zugzwang, I mean. Okay, one more game or not? Okay, I think not. Let's play another game. I will wait for your challenges. Okay, let's respond French defense with his knight activation. Can I play like Alien Gambit here? Alien Gambit French variation. How Alien says. Oh, that should be good, yes. I didn't thought that even Queen e7 can happen here. Let's go the knight forward because that should be pin here. I mean fork. I don't even need to take, so let's wait until he will take. Okay, I'm kicking his knight. Let's castle here. Even knight f4 can be moved in this position. Or pawn f4, right? Because I would like to try this. My knight on h3 does nothing there. Okay, let's check. Let's bring it here, also it is defended. We can fork somehow. I can take a pawn here, but that should be a little bit risky, because this h-file is open. How we can get some advantage from here? But f7 is hanging anyway. I will try to take that. And that should be dropped, because I have two attackers and he hasn't any defender on it. So that should be fork. Rook a8, or I don't know. He has to bring his rook another square. Even if he tries to protect with a bishop after this trade, that's going to be fork, but my rook will get this 7th rank. I don't know what he's trying to do. Okay. This should be made with some figure beyond g3, but now even this h8 is protected. Very nice brilliancy, but I think that shouldn't work here. h8 is protected, and everything I will say is protected, yes. And g3 is a move. Let's be sure we are not going to plunder anything here. That should be winning for me, because I'm not with the rook and the bishop. Even that's not a problem, because I have a bunch of figures that can defend my king. Also, this is squares that he's trying to go forward, like see how I said. He's trying to go forward with that, but there is still not clear, because that squares were defended. Okay, that's a open queen, and I would be happy after trade. That will simplify this position. Can we go anywhere that he can't check? Okay, let's be sure there's no mate. Even if I lose the rook somehow, that shouldn't be win for him. I'm wondering, rook g3, rook e3, queen d5, king c3, I will lose the rook. So after rook g3, let's play king d4. That should be only move. Okay, that move that I said could be a little bit better, but let's see how he gonna respond anyway. I will block this. My rook is very deceptive. I will try to not let him check. He's also spending so much time for this. But now my king is very well defended here. Also, I try to bring it on queenside where I have really good pawns. And also this square is defended by them. Okay, I'm gonna lose the rook, but because this position is still okay, and he spent so much time for it. I should win here, yes? Let's take. I can't believe that's not a check, because last 15 moves, I would say that was a check and he misses his queen. He played very well, yes? Okay, GG. Let's play one more game. Only one miss and he lose that game. Okay, let's run Vienna Gambit here. It takes. Okay, what is he trying to do? Can I take or not? My bishop will be, my position will be so passive there. So let's not take the risk here. That's a position that I will say no one played against me, against Vienna Gambit. So I would risk my all king here. Just h3 to kick his knight, and this should be still okay. Let's try to activate the rook here. d4 is a move. The Vienna's Gambit idea that you will have this guaranteed central pawns. Knight d5 is a really nice move because the bishop is under attack. If he takes, he had to take with a pawn, because that's why he goes back. That's not a threat, but I'm trying to put more pressure on this f7 pawn. Because of an attack like knight back. Okay, that's why he's pushing this g6 pawn. But I also waited for that. Bishop h6, I will have this really good bishop. And if I somehow can bring my queen on that g7 square, I will try to mate him from that square. Even, okay, that's very uninteresting move, I will say. Because I'm trying to attack on his king side, he doesn't need to do something about there. Bishop h6 and check. After this trade, that will simplify position, which I don't like. So let's play a5 first. Is this trade can happen or not? If he takes the knight first, that should be a mistake. Because after this trade, he will gonna lose in that position and he's sacrificing the rook. Maybe he missed that I'm protecting that with two pieces, or he understands that that should be bad for him. Okay, that's a fork. I'm trying to take his another rook. If not the rook, I will take the pawn from here and I will trade the queens. That should be GG. Because anyway I'm at exchange here. And two exchanged, right? Now he is in trouble. I don't have to run my knight. I will try to bring the rook in active square. That should be really nice attacking idea. Even if he run his bishop, rook c7 and his f7 will be so passive there. I will try to take that. Okay, another attacking move, but how can he use it? That should be a mistake, because even now I'm attacking on his two bishops. I think he's gonna lose the one. If not, g5 is a move. I think just queen g4 can be a little bit better, because that will attack on my queen and I have to run. If I escape with my queen, I don't know. Even this can be better for me, because not a bunch of pawns here. That should be a winning k for me. So I have also this passed pawn. I will try to use it, or even I can try to go queen a7. That there will be queen trade, and I should win this. But I will try to make a new queen. That's a threat. Also, I'm threatening f7 if he not to take. But he's completely losing here. Even this d8 square is overprotected. Okay, that should be... Okay, that's what I check, you saw. But I'm gonna win this anyway. I don't know. Let's maybe sacrifice the rook, because after that we could have some advantage. He takes with a knight, we could make another queen there. But anyway, let's sacrifice. Okay, check. Okay, how can I go forward? His time is low. Just go back. Time out, yes? Okay, we won this game too. Let's play another one. You can send me challenge. Just knight f6. I don't have to take. I will wait until he will take. And that should be trade here. I'm searching moderator. Is anyone here who wants to be moderator? If yes, write in the comments. My queen side is very active. I will try to use it for attack. And I won't let him to get this diagonal. He's trying to bring his queen somehow and go forward. Okay, that's a fork. Can I challenge you, user my... Okay, very high elo. After this game, I will find you and I will send you challenge, okay? If you are not in a hurry. If you are in a hurry, I can even resign this game, that's not a problem, and start new game with you, right? But if you will wait, not a problem. He's not blundering the rook, that will be open check and I would lose my queen there. That's why I need to get this fight first. And now this won't be open check. I would like to take the rook. Capture the rook. Okay, now I can, because he hasn't checked from h7, I tricked him, I would say. We will get this trade, probably. And I'm still okay, yes? We could even trade and take this pawn on e4. We will capture it. We have to take with it. Ah, okay, I tricked. You see, I tricked so bad. Okay, not a problem. I won't say my position is losing. Because rook, knight, knight. Just rook and bishop against the queen. I also have this really good pawn on g2. He can't take it, right? We have to sacrifice or take this because he can't go even closer with his knight to take that somehow. Okay, the knight is defended. I would like to take his queen like that. Not a huge problem. Let's go back. Okay, that should be blunder because I'm going back and defending it. One more attack, but he's not attacking his pawn on g2. Okay, what can I play? I have check. Let's do it and see. This knight is disturbing all my plans. Just rook c8 and I think I should win there. Okay, let's do it. I think I'm winning here. He can't get out of his queen, yes? Because if his queen can teleport somehow like ChatGPT, for example, he has that hilarious moves. I couldn't pin this, but now I can. Even down a queen, I'm still winning this. Rook c1 and that should be okay, yes? He can't get out of this, he will be down figure and he's sacrificing that. Let's take with a knight. Because now my knight is a little bit active than other time. He's trying to go forward. I will just fix this g6 pawn and bring the rook for defense. Because I don't know, my time is low. I don't think I have to some hard thing. Okay, not good position at all. I think the position is okay, but the time is the main problem here. I don't know even what he's trying to do. Just let's simplify the position and let's play some pre-moves. Because I don't know another tactic that should help me to win in this time pressure. Okay, he missed that too. Okay, I lost on time. Okay, toe check. I'll send you challenge here. Okay, what I did. That was an accident. What's your nickname? Okay. Okay. Be careful, I'm sending you challenge. Just be sure you are in chess.com and let's play. That should be your account, right? Okay, he is in the game. Okay, who wants to play until he will finish his game here. If not, I will start new one. Okay, no problem. Let's play one more 3-minute game. Sicilian defense here. Let's trade. Take with a pawn, right? Well, now let's threaten the knight or not. No, we can't, because after this trade e5 could be pen and he would lose the knight here. Not he would win, I would lose. So let's get this trade. I will try to bring my pieces on this b file here. This should be okay. Queen b4 I'm expecting. Okay, another trade. I will be happy if I have even this diagonal, which now I have. He's trying to mate from h7. Let's see who will be more fast. b2 is hang. I don't think b3 will work here because I would check and my queen will bulldozing his side. That's a miss or not, because after even these checks, just this g6 and his attack is over in king side. Okay, but you hasn't just figured that you can get this g7 square from if pawn very f6, that should be very hard, but he will try to do that. That should be not easy, I will say. Okay, I will let him take that because I should be okay. I will take with a f pawn and I will win there, probably. Okay, this is opening this rook, right? Which I missed. Okay, very bad. That's opening this rook. But I don't think I could do another move because after I would take, that should be same idea. Even take on h7 could be a little bit good than this. Because he can take it, I will trade. And still I'm up 2 pawns. His attack is over, I will say. The only way, rook, try to go rook g3 and get some activity over here. Maybe try to take the queen with a pin. Now let's go back to defend also the bishop. Take should be mistake. Because he would take the rook first and then the queen. And what's the idea? Can I bring my king safety or not? Because I'm actually opening this rook, I will try to create some attacking ideas here. Queen f7 will lose immediately, bishop g6 he will answer. I think now my king is safe in this position. Rook f4, that will attack on his queen, and rook d4 maybe. Okay, he missed the check, or he's even not missing something because he's doing some aggressive moves, but that should be made. King e1, maybe that can be really good square for jump his king. And that's still okay. Okay, another French defense here. Okay, bishop g7 modern defense, if I'm not mistaken. And I will like to go my rook on a1, try to block this bishop, because somehow that will be very active in that position. This should be moved to attack, because somehow that will be very active in that position. Okay, now his queen is also disactive. And what should I play? I don't know. Oh, hello bro, how are you? How is your day going? Let's check. Okay, I will talk with a pawn that will be really huge attack over here. His all squares are defended, and that should be hurt him for activate other pieces. Let's trade, and after this check I will win or not. King d6 to also keep protecting the figure, but somehow that's not gonna work. You know why? Bro, my state selection got cancelled because of some issues. What issues? Can I know or not? Very bad. You could win there. Can you tell me about that? The chess world champion is a really champion about. He has about 1700 rating, yes, if I'm remembering right. My older follower. He won also some games when he played with me. My time is low here, yes. Let's try to bring this forward, and this should be moved. The d7 pawn will drop. Rook f8. His rook is under attack. Let's take, and I will try to use that passed pawn. Okay, I was about to think about that pawn was under attack, so I couldn't take that pawn on h7, but bishop d6. Just I have enough time to push this forward. And can I win here or not? I'm up a pawn, and what a pawn? See. Okay, that's mouse click, or just I'm resigning, take all that figures. Yes, very sad. Just, I know, I understand you. Just when you are preparing to play some tournament, and somehow that's cancelled. Or they are not choosing you. I don't know what's the problem, but that should be very disturbing. Not a problem. Just improve your chess and you will play more tournaments. You will have better rating and try to get some master title there. And let's play Alien Gambit here. I'm not sure that's gonna work, but I will try to activate my pieces. The idea here is to get these red squares here, even to use that weaken from e6 and f7. So I will check, and if king g8, he will lose a pawn there. Even king e7 won't help him. So I think he will gonna back, yes? Okay, even forward. What is he thinking about? Let's take with a8 because after this trade my bishop will protect this f7 pawn. They just were champion. Do you wanna play? I can play with you after this if you want. Okay, my opponent isn't trying to even take that. No, not a problem. But that's a little bit hard to attack with my queen. That's solar protected. H4, H5, I will blunder this pawn on H5, but G4, I would win material here. Okay, I will be happy to see when you are playing. If he takes, G4 will fork that. That's why he goes back. I'm down on material here, you know, because I sacrificed it. Now my position is really good. I will try to do something here after this trade can even happen. Because bishop G4, yes, I think that's the only move that not lost a bishop. Okay, which he is playing? Bishop back check or queen d3? I think queen d3 because if he tries to go don't know g8 somehow, maybe not now. I will have this open check and I would win some material from here. Queen g6, g7 is hanging if rook e7. I will sacrifice the bishop from h6. And after this trade, or maybe not now, let's try to do something, bring some activity here, and after that sacrifice. I'm not sure that's not gonna work. And even that's gonna work. And what should I play? Take, yes, knight back. Oh, okay, let's do that. I thought how I can win this part, if you can take or not. C3, yes, that's also a move, but he will bring his queen somewhere that he will try to make some trouble here. Also trade the queens if you try to do that somehow. That will be also not good for me. And now that knight is hanging. Because I sacrificed this, I thought that the knight on this server would be without any protection there. So this h7 is a weak. And is this a move? Because I would like to take with a pawn. Maybe that can be a mistake, but let's just simplify this position. Also have much time than him. Probably I will win this. Okay, the rook was under attack. Rook check. And yes, I will try to go g7. The difference is now my rook will be protected. Rook h8, I will make a new queen here. I'm still trying to do something. Well, he resigned. They just were champion. I am waiting for you. Send me challenge. Are you here? Am I need to wait or not? Wait, it coming online. Okay, send me challenge when you go online. Okay, let's wait and start to play. Okay, I found you. I'm sending a challenge. Okay, that's all. I sent you. Let's start this game. Final Gambit here. Wait a minute. Well, let's try to take this. Or even not, maybe I need to bring this bishop over here. And d3. Maybe I can try to try this after he will take. Yes, d3 move actually. Can I take? Probably not, because that will activate the rook, and because I'm trying to open this f file for me, that should be opposite rook, which will disturb my plans. I can not to take yet. I will force him to take or go back. Okay, which he took. Let's get it back and maybe take with a knight, because it can jump on h5 or even d5. Can I take? I think I'm not forced, but that should be okay, because this d3 is closing this position, and because I'm trying to bring some activity in kingside, I would like to see that's queenside and this central closed. But I would like to bring this queen on g4, because I would create some threats here. Now I can't. Okay, not a problem. Just be sure we are not plundering this b2 pawn, which will help me in endgame, probably not now. And also d3 is hanging. It will be hanging after I will activate the queen, which I would like to do. Let's bring it over here. Is this a move? Or queen f3? I'm not sure. That's still defended. Let's play rook a4, try to activate like from a4 the rook. But can I create some threat here? Queen g4, this g7 is protected. I would like to defend this at the square from the queen, and if I jump with a knight, it should be fork. We all know how why he can't take. Okay, the knight is under attack. Okay, the move which I probably missed. That should be like checkmate, yes. Let's bring it back. Okay, that's very bad. He's trying to make me front back rank. H3 can be moved there. George, what I did? So I didn't thought he would gonna do that blunder. That's the idea, but let's take the knight. This is handing, but he's preparing for rook d1. So if rook d1, we can go back the rook, and we are still defending this position. Oh, you know the idea. Another rook, yes? That's why you need to keep your rook in same file. Okay, he played very well. Let's play a rematch. Let's see if we can accept or we can play one more game here. Okay, bro. We played very well actually. Just one miss and we could even blunder that queen take with 2 of them. Okay, let's play knight c3, Scandinavian defense. Let's deceptive his bishop. Okay, he needs to take with a queen, because his pawns would be double after that. I can bring my knight on b5, yes? I'm trying to fall. Very nice move. But anyway, I will try to go c5, that will attack on his bishop. Maybe that should be right, you know? Let's get this trade. Okay, b5 is hanging. Not bad. Let's bring the rook in the game. Bishop b2 is a move here. Bishop b2, that will be so active in this position, and even I will get some overprotect on d4 pawn, because probably he will try to push this forward and break this pawn chain. Knight a5, because I'm happy to see this e5 isn't protected by him. With a pawn on d6 he pushed it forward. We can't understand the reason. Maybe overprotect the c4 square, but that won't help him, because now his queen isn't protected, that b5 square, and now my queen can jump easily. That's why that should be blundered by him. His knight jumps here. This f2 is under attack, not a problem. Just f3, and that's not problem here. These 2 pawns is hanging. I will take b7 first, because after he will escape the rook. I don't know, maybe a6. This b4 will hang anyway. Well, he's protecting this, not a problem. And we need to think for about planning. This f3 is closed. I would like to bring the rook, but that's not possible yet. So let's play f4, so now we can bring the rook in active square, because a2 would be hang after that. Okay, the queen is hanging. Let's protect this d4 pawn, and if he takes, that should be mistake, yes? Okay, that should be mistake, because I activate my rook finally. And I will try to create attack on this king side. That's why I can either bring my bishop back, but first let's be sure this rook isn't blockaded from that bishop. Queen b4, right? Because rook c8, that isn't protecting the knight on d6. This pawn is gonna drop. He hasn't any move. Okay, besides that, but what can he do after Queen d7? He can still take this pawn on d3. Okay, I will try to go a3 and maybe check. Because I have passed pawn here, I will try to use that. He's threatening mate, right? Not g4. Let's just go back. My time is low, that's why I didn't see that some moves are coming here. Okay, what is he trying to do? His position is still closed, that will be hard for him to break kingside and try to make threats. That should be move. How I expected, I lost on time, but my position was still playable. He just can't defend that pawn when I am pushing. That would be so hard because his position is like that, so all that figures besides the rook was on king side. This queen is so, I don't know, active. I need to bring it forward. Try to take some control over here. I will try to go c4. After this trade, take with b pawn. Because his position is gonna be deceptive. Let's go d4, try to create another threat. And let's see what will happen here. After this trade, our pawns will be in a great position and I will try to bring that on e5. Let's take the pawn. He takes with a queen, that will be final mistake. We can take with a pawn and keep that pawn chain. I need to get out of this pin because that should be open check and my queen would be lost after that. Let's take. Bishop b4 is the idea here. Bishop b4 check and c3, right? I will try to push this pawn forward. Okay. f7 is under attack. We can defend it with a rook. Queen d4 is also a move, you know, or queen d6. Let's move. I'm preparing for knight g4, his bishop will be under attack, and pawn on f2. Let's see how he can get out of there. Even c2, that will be attack on his rook, and if rook c1, we will see. That's a very bad fork. His figures are bulldozing there. Okay, send me challenges. If you preparing for play, I'm waiting for it. Okay, I don't need to take because I'm cutting this bishop from b3 square. He can go closer and maybe try to create some diagonal there. And now these squares are very strong for me. I will jump with a knight then the queen will be active. Queen g6, this h3 pawn may be gonna fall after that. I'm not sure, we will see. Okay, that's a pin. This knight on f1 will doing really great attacking, really nice defending ideas here. Just h2 is protected, which I would like to bring my queen on that file somehow. I will try to do that, but no, because that's overprotected, that can be planned like that. But this f2 will be so weak after this bishop won't protect that. Oh, this brings some protective figures there. Okay, not a problem. This is hanging. Can I take? I will lose my rook. Okay, that check won't happen. So let's go back. Yes, because I'm attacking with two pieces. Let's take with a rook because that was under attack. Bishop back. We still haven't any threat. But how can I threat? Maybe queen h5 and that should be made from h1. Okay, he can sacrifice and mate, right? I'm thinking about that. Check. This is the only move. Check one more time. King e2. If we lose that pawn on g2, how we gonna even defend that? King d1 and his king can escape like that. The queen is hanging. That's not still completely winning for me. But let's threaten the knight and the pawn on f3. That should work here. Everything is hanging. He's trying to take the knight from c6, but let's sacrifice that. Because if we trade the knight on f1, that should be same idea there. So now let's gain that figures that I sacrificed and I'm winning for this. He resigned because he was down a full queen there. Okay, and start to play Vienna Gambit, which is starting knight c3, f4, and let's see what he's gonna trying to get from here. This pawn is hanging. Can I take the knight or bishop? I think we can take the bishop because after even bishop a3. Yes, we can't castle. Are you thinking about that? This may work there. Okay, what a move. g3 take. Yes, he thinks that he can take, but I won't take it back, that's a pin. Another great move by him. Okay, he took with a9. Okay, I forgot that's attacking on my queen too. That's time to resign this, right? Very tricky actually. He didn't play like every player responding Vienna Gambit, and I extended my position so bad that was losing for me. Okay, he's doubling his pawns over here. That can't be good for him. Knight d7, c5 can happen here. Let's take the bishop because he's trying to attack on king side. It's still okay. Because he isn't castled yet. Okay, he castled, so let's try to attack on this queen side. Because he has some advantage on king side, he's trying to attack. That will be hard for defend. So we can just bring our pieces on king side and attack on his position, why not? Bishop a6 is possible. Let's bring it back. I'm preparing for b3. I have to go g6, but after queen d4, he would try to mate. He's not trying to do even that. But I think that's not for here. Queen d4, I will just block his way. The rook is under attack, yes? I have a crazy idea here. If he takes the rook, I will take this pawn on a2 and that would be guaranteed queen from me. That could be very nice idea there. But he's smart enough, so we saw that. What a position. Well, I think that's the only move, yes? Can I get some attacking ideas here or not? His rook is under attack. I can take that, right? Okay, that's Zumzwang. Well played, let's end this stream. I will see you tomorrow.